Hey guys, it's Rumbling Man coming to you today from Florida, and in this video I'm going to show you an affordable product that is going to breathe new life into your P-Bass. So you want to stick with me. Here's a quick sound demo. So guys, welcome back to the Rumbling Man channel. I appreciate you being here today. If you're a bass player and you like bass videos, you want to go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications right now. And that's because here on this channel, we review guitars, we review basses, we review microphones, we take a look at gear, we take a look at techniques, and we have a lot of fun. So thanks for being with me, and I hope that you will stay with me because today we are looking at a great bass system from Mad Hatter Products, a Terminator bass system. And really, really cool. The difference that it has made in the sound of this P-style bass is awesome. This is the Mad Hatter SV STP bass system. And just so for a little background, Mad Hatter Products, there's a link to their website in the description of this video. You can go check them out. They have a lot of great products, but what they specialize in is guitar and bass electronics. Everything that's, you know, under the hood of the bass guitar or the guitar, so to speak. And they make products that breathe life into your bass tone by cleaning up, long story short, cleaning up a lot of the internal electronics, enhancing the tone with really high-grade products, and you can get one of these systems for only around $65. Now this system is a single volume, single tone P system, so it's essentially designed to work with the P-Bass. Installation, if you know what you're doing, installation can be fairly easy. If you're like me and you don't know what you're doing, then installation can be kind of hard. So I actually want to thank my friend Jeff for doing the installation today of this system. Now, while we are reviewing the Mad Hatter system today for this bass guitar, this video is also part 3 in a video series called my Glarry Bass series. So this is a $75 bass guitar, the Glarry GP Bass. And they basically sent it to me over from Glarry for review on YouTube. So I came out with part 1, which was a review of the bass. And then not long after that, I upgraded the pickup and put these Labella round wound nickel plated, or they're not even nickel plated, nickel, they're pure nickel strings on the bass. And then I did part 2, which was asking, can a $75 Glarry bass with some modifications serve as a good studio bass? And you can check those videos out at the playlist above me right now. And then today is going to be part 3 of that series, because now with this Glarry bass, in which we have upgraded the pickup, we've upgraded the strings, we have upgraded the electronics now, and we have taken things a step further. So stick with me, because, you know, one of the funnest things in the world and a really rewarding thing for musicians is to modify and make upgrades to your instruments. And this bass has gone from, you know, a really cheap bass that I had been given for review to a bass that I'm actually going to use some in my studio. So the Mad Hatter system in this bass has made a difference in the sound for me, and it's made a difference in overall quality. Like, everything feels a little better, everything sounds better, the tones are more clear. They have a clarity to them that they didn't have before. I can do everything from, you know, classic Motown riffs to even slapping on this P-Bass, and it sounds great. And for a quick demo, this one is going to be some slap style playing, and let's see how this thing sounds. So what is in the system? What are the different pieces and the different parts that it has that make a difference in your bass's sound? Well, let's check it out. So for one thing, we have one Mad Hatter Terminator goes 2 to 11 volume pot in here. And then we have a Mad Hatter Terminator killer tone pot right here. They make a big difference in the controls of your bass. The ability to, lay off the volume knob a little more without losing as much clarity. The ability to really get some nice dynamics out of your tone knob. So real quick, I want to show you just kind of how it's going to sound using the tone knob before I tell you what else is in the kit. So real quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit with the tone just off, at 0, the kind of muffly sound we'll get. Then I'll play that same line with the tone cranked up at about 5, and then the same line with the tone cranked at 10, all the way open. And let's see these different sounds we can get with our tone pot. The system also includes a Mad Hatter Switchcraft output jack, so your jack is going to get updated. And it comes with 2 different polypropylene tone capacitors, and you could pick which one sounds best to your ears and roll with that. Not only that, but if you know some about wiring, it does come with wiring instructions, so Electric Ed is not going to leave you hanging out to dry. So I reached out to Electric Ed and said, hey man, I really would like the opportunity to review one of your, bass guitar systems, because a lot of my viewers are bass players and they really like gadgets that help the sound of their bass. And Ed was very kind to send this system out today. So big thanks to brother Electric Ed. But just how big of a difference, Rumblin' Man, has the system made? Well, I'm going to let you hear. Because just before I took this bass over to Jeff's house for the installation, I actually sat down and recorded a demo of the bass. And you're going to hear this bass now both without and with the Mad Hatter Terminator system in the bass. And you're going to get to hear them play back and forth a little bit. And let's see if your ears can detect the vital sound difference that this makes. If you have a discerning ear as a bass player or as a producer or as a musician in general, then you can hear the difference in there, because I know I sure could hear it even right after I played just a little while ago. And it sounds so nice. It has definitely made a difference. So the way I'll describe it is this. Before the system was put in, the bass had a little too much boom to it. The low end was a little bit too heavy and kind of drowned out the high mids and the treble range to me. But now with the system in there, it's like it really kicks the tone in the high mid-range department. It's kind of like that, overpowering, muffly, bass tinge that I heard in there. It's like it's dialed out just a little bit, and it's like you can hear the high mids come through, you can hear the treble come through, and it gives you just a little more of that power punch that Fenders are known for. And to me, this now sounds a whole lot more like a Fender precision bass. So does the Mad Hatter Terminator system breathe new life into your P-Bass? In my opinion, it does, because it breathes that breath of life with cleaner and higher quality parts and electronics. It breathes that breath of life into your tone and can turn it into a rock machine. Speaking of rock, how does it sound in a rock mix? Well, I'm going to play with a pick right now, and I'm going to play in a demo with some guitars, and let's kind of see what kind of sounds we can get. How does this bass sound in a rock mix? Let's find out. So it really holds its own in the mix. I'm telling you, based on my ears, I mean, I would have to put this bass up next to an actual Fender to tell you for sure if I thought they sounded alike. But to me, it's sounding a lot more like a real Fender precision bass. And this is a Glarry, man. This is a $75 bass. So honestly, replace the pickup with a better one, get some better strings on there, and then breathe new life into your bass with this Mad Hatter Terminator system, and you have immediately transformed the cheapest of basses into something that is usable both live and in the studio. So guys, there's a link in the description of this video where you can head over to my friend Ed's website at Mad Hatter Products, and you can pick your system and hear what your bass is missing. As far as the Glarry bass goes, I mean, I've told you in past videos some things I do and don't like, but when it all comes down to it, as far as the functionality, of being capable of being a great instrument goes, the one thing about the Glarry bass, this Glarry GP bass that I don't like, the one thing that really bothers me is the neck. And I mentioned this in part 2, but it's a really chunky neck, the chunkiest bass neck I've probably ever felt. It feels like a baseball bat. But you know what? I think I have a solution. I think I have a solution that's going to fix that. And that's what we're going to take a look at in part 4 of this Glarry bass series. So subscribe to my channel today. Stay tuned. You're gonna want to see the next part in this series. And in the meantime, I've got a ton of other bass related videos for you to check out. So make sure you give me a thumbs up button, subscribe, and even hit the bell, because then you're gonna be notified every time I come out with a new video. As always, God bless you guys. Thank you for watching today, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's make this thing rock.